What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and those in between? Welcome back to the 21st Century Podcast. I'm Pasiana, and you know it. I'm your host for the day. So today we have one of Mzanzi's favorites, guys. We're talking an award-winning comedian. Okay, DSTV Choice Awards. SA's best indigenous comedian at the Satmas, and obviously the reason he's here today, guys. Audience choice. 21st Century Gang. Welcome. Summary. Boo, 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 boo.
Then kajeva. Then kawatsara maula.
Oh my gosh. How are you today?
I feel big. I'm good. I'm healthy. Kishapo. I'm doing well. You can tell. You can tell by the skin or what. Apela. Anointing. It's too much. Right, you're now sharp.
I've been good. So tell us, how did you stumble across comedy? I mean, you've always been funny growing up. You've known yourself, but when did you realize that, I have a talent? And then when did you start looking into comedy?
I've always known that I'm funny. I've been funny. I've been funny. It's not even funny. I've been funny. Funny. But I think 2015 going to 2016, that's when I realized there's this thing that's called comedy, and I'd love to do it, Not try to do comedy, not try to venture into comedy. I will do comedy, and that's where I am today. Because that's who I am, that's what I am, that's what I'm good at. And then I just went in hard.
And so, how did you start? Because obviously we can hear from what you just said what pushed you to get into comedy, but how did you start? Because you didn't just get on stage.
Of course.
How did you start?
By asking those who had shows then to put me on, like I went there, I had to introduce myself, and I didn't even like that, because I was like, but funny, But that journey taught me that it's not about what you know. If people don't know you, then, So by people, I mean the right people to put you on. If you want to do a podcast, you have to know the right people, whether you are a good presenter or not. Yes. But if the right people in that space, the podcast space, don't know you, then, so I had to go on and ask people every show that was there. I had to search, find guys, and humble myself, ask them if I could just perform for 5 minutes for free. I had to do that the whole year of 2015 towards 2016, and that's how I started. Just by starting, by going there and asking people to give me a spot, just to to showcase my talent, not to try, guys. I wasn't trying. I was doing it. I understand. I wasn't trying to do comedy. I was doing comedy, and to grow myself, to grow in that space, and to build a brand and relationships. So that's how I started.
Mm-hmm. And throughout your whole struggle, who believed in you? Who was the first one to say, let me give you a chance. Let me see what you got. Let me see what you're made of.
This will sound pompous, I believed in myself. It didn't matter who didn't believe in me. Because if okay, I'm going to try to, I don't know, but let me just put it straight. The reason why most of us or most people don't succeed, we're waiting for someone to believe in us. And if they don't, we are crushed. Yes, there are people that will give you a chance. But you don't get a chance because someone believes in you. You got that chance because you believed in yourself. And that belief got you to those spaces or into those spaces where someone sees they believe in you, and then they start, it's sort of like an energy. I understand that.
You need to see it in yourself.
Yeah, it doesn't take away the fact that obviously someone will give you a chance. A chance and believe, man. There's a thin line. There's a thin line. Yes, someone might give you a chance. But believe. I've always believed. I'm funny. So when I started, obviously, all the doors, they were closed. All the doors were closed. So what got me opening those doors, in the self-belief, or was like, understand? So I got to work with guys like Mashabela, who put a lot of comedians on his big shows. And then now I got a chance to perform in that big stage, go rock mother tongue, And then I was born, Chesa.
You knew you were great.
Wana khalekile fani na. Wana ke flu guys. I've been.
But as you heard it, guys, there's a great man once said, there's a thin line between the beggar and the cheese.
Oh, okay. Keep petty.
You are the guy that said that.
Keep petty.
It's the guy. It's the space.
In between.
It's the space in between. So where did the name Summary come from? And why the name Summary?
Oh, guys.
Because is it Summary, just Summary, or Summary or Lekhetla? Or let's all go. What's going on?
Guys, I don't wanna. Let me answer this one. So, this will take me back again. So before I performed, by the way, on these big stages, I used to perform at church, make jokes, cracking, people will laugh. So this other day, in summary, in short, because this story is long, I'll try to make it short. So there was a talent competition or a talent show at church where people were showcasing their talents, blah blah blah. Fast forward, I got there, and then as I was about to sit down, this guy at church says, like, dude, why don't you just go on stage? And I was like, hey. When I'm at church, I just want to sit and receive the word of God. The word of God. Father. So get now like again I'm told so please go there. And I'm like, hey, I'm phone. I don't want to do those things now. Because you're at church, you feel like it's a nag so I go on stage. I'm the last contestant there or participant. So I'm like, yeah, sharp. So as I was the last one, guys, this story is so long, and no matter how I try to cut it short.
No, just take your time.
So I'm the last person on stage because I didn't want to do that, So I'm sitting there, got attitude. So the first person was performer, the second, and I'm the number 15th, and it's my turn. So I didn't, because I was caught off guard, I'm there, I'm like, okay guys, I didn't introduce myself, by the way. So I'm like, nah guys, I don't know what I'm going to do here because someone just picked me, more go audiencing, and they brought me here. So I don't know, but you know what? I will just summarize everything that these people did. So, summarize everything. The first one, Willa Bina, Linda Gabina. A dancer. So as people were laughing, now my character, I understand. So now I start to be comfortable. So as I'm starting to be comfortable on stage, or as I begin to be comfortable, I start being me. Then give up funny, and I'm doing all these actions. Now I'm mixing up. So everything that all these 14 people did, so as I was doing it, I mix up with my jokes and whatever.
A touch of summary.
And now it's so we are done. It's time for the congregation to vote who's winning, who's the winner. So because they don't know my name, so they're like, we are Ripika Oleman, the one who who summarized everything. The one who was summary. The one who was summary. The all was summary. So now MC which one? The one who was doing summary. The summary. So it just goes like which one? When they like pointed me, it's like, oh, okay, summary. So also that's what the one who was doing the summary of everyone. The one who was doing summary. So now all summary. So everyone knows summary. Then that's how the name came out.
So your people gave you your name.
So that's how the name came about.
So I'm not sure where you come from, but I know you're from around. You're from the hood. How hard did it make it for your career based on where you're coming from? Because I don't think you had it lavish all your life. I don't think you had it good or easy. So based on your background, was it hard?
Of course. Guys, I'm from Orange Farm, by the way. Those who know Orange Farm, they'll tell you. It's quite in the south of Johannesburg. That's how they... It was, this is serious. It gets me emotional. Because when you come from a place where, there's no hope and dreams, and we don't have those role models, we are mostly inclined to be part of gangsterism or, cliques or the group, and what made it tough, more than comedy, for me, I wouldn't say, yes, comedy, it was tough for me to get, but because I had a tough life, I could easily adjust doing comedy because get Orange Farm, the hood.
Yes, the hood.
So yeah, it was tough. I think for anyone who come from a similar background as mine, to get things in life, it will be 10 times harder than someone who comes from a better background, because why? You have to deal with the mental aspect of things. You have to be strong for yourself before you step outside. You come home and there's no food. You go, like I went to school literally all my life without having money to go to school. Every day, nigga school without having 2 rand. I understand, like grade 1 until matric. My parents couldn't or didn't afford to give me money to go to school. And for all my siblings, I understand. So if you come from such a background, anything in your life is against you, let alone trying to be a star, a comedian, a musician, or pursuing a course, a degree, whatever. Just that on its own. Exile. It's the most hardest thing to deal with, to cope with the fact that you're going to school, you don't have money, you don't know what you're gonna eat, ka lunch, ka tip, ka short breaky, ka long breaky. Even after school, you might get home and there's nothing. You'll only eat late. You understand? And you go to school, you don't have proper school uniform. You don't have proper school uniform. Or your school or your school shoes that you had, they are torn, and I had these trousers, so just to deal with that alone and to be somebody, to be where I am today, it was tough. When you come from any background, not just Orange Farm or maybe also Kuku, if you had parents who were not working and no one was working at home and it's just you and your family and you guys, because your parents are trying this and that, it was tough. And to do comedy, it was even worse. But because I dealt with growing up without having, doing comedy was nothing for me. Because I never had anyway, so I'm not losing anything. I've never had, a re robetse o utlwa le gundwane lija bucket understand like so for me everything that I am and everything that I have konna ke luxury. I'm good, ke happy.
That's beautiful. Because I remember hore ibile o rekile ditena kwa hae o metse ba rekile gate
Ke khale di teng ditena tseo by the way. Guys, by the way, those bricks that you see there, I bought those bricks when I was still working. So I was like, I want to build my parents a house. Buying bricks and little did I know, after buying those bricks, I resigned and I had to pursue comedy. So I couldn't, I couldn't finish the house. I didn't even start the bricks. They were there until, and then I had to do comedy. It was tough. I had to do this, guys. Life in Zim. But it's good. I love life. It's good.
Clearly, you've had a difficult journey, but what kept you going? Like, what motivated you to not give up? Because I know there were times where you're like,
a lot of times.
But what made you not quit? What kept you going?
I knew that it was gonna work, man. One, it was acceptance. I accept from way back that I don't have, like, people lie to themselves. People lie. That you know things about yourself that you don't like, but we lie to ourselves. Now, let me put it this way, in context, this is what I'm trying to say. I knew, or I wasn't that smart guy, number one. You understand? Lazy, I failed twice, by the way. Grade 10, I failed grade 11. So, what kept me going? One, acceptance. From day one, I accepted the fact that my parents, Spani, I come from a shack. I don't have clothes. I don't have good clothes. I don't have this. So, I accepted that in order for me to move to the next stage. Okay, I don't have this. What's next? It is to know again, or the people will look down on me. I won't even entertain ladies. I don't even want to start that, because what am I gonna do? How soon go check on Wanyana? Come check again. Dude, like I'm just gonna stress, myself and one about I like I spend all my high school in my life. Kisa June. As I was like, you know what? I wanna focus on myself. I about stress. Say unnecessary. You understand? Because if now I'm gonna date, and people will go like, no, somebody, you shouldn't have done that. But comment, you shouldn't have done that. It doesn't mean when you are poor, you don't have to be happy. Guys, come on. My sister, one day, Bashman Bato share, have you want a lot of guys will do that, whatever. As a lady, you don't want to be not or judgmental. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, I'm your boyfriend. I would say I can't even buy you quarter scamban. I can't even buy you scamban. Not only our relationship is based on money, but because there is someone in your space, that someone, it's either but it's a life or not. And you wouldn't want someone and they say they offer you love. What is love? King love. Okay. Babes, I can't talk to you because I cannot add time. As out, I can't even buy you airtime. I can't even buy you 1 gig. My parents both were not working. Maram fetu, temalak, line leetswa, liako kai iflitswile, le khotanyana ka 100 rand. Both were not working then. But I'm trying to show you, it doesn't mean or if we are all poor, it doesn't mean we shouldn't, date or love. But at the end of the day, sesalang, you'll have to provide. You have to protect. You have to be somebody. I know we are living in a world where people, they don't want to, there's a lot of identities. We can't be this man, this man. But nah, I'd still say, if it's going to be a relationship between a man and a woman, a man will have to be somebody. And by somebody, I don't mean being rich. Let's say you're a data and we both don't have money, but at least I must have a plan.
True.
You must see me like, even if babes are not new, we'll say kifuna bumashabela afetu ish hawana giginyana hawana gig, but you see me doing something. I understand. So I did not back then quite school. I was like, I'm gonna focus on myself. So I'm answering your question, even though can kill a long try. So I accepted things about myself. So I don't want to add most. Already these things mentally as a person, because kiasgela majita hamfili baba ngabafili mpeke nunjani uhle nawe hawo samari nawe iphukela understand. So I have to deal with that. Let me deal with this. I don't want to deal with other stuff, certain depressor, not. So I dealt with myself, acceptor. After accepting, I was good to go, because I acknowledge already, this is who I am, this is where I come from, and where I'm going. I'm going to a very beautiful place. Nobody sees it, but I feel it. So that's what kept me going. Accept what I am, the situation about myself. I didn't lie to myself. The thing is, it's God. I was like, you know what? This is what happening in my life. But that thing, I don't want to feel insignificant. I don't want to feel useless. I was like, I feel like there is something in me. Somebody. Then I pushed. Acceptance and, guys, while faith, hope.
There's a camera over there. I'm sorry, I forgot to
Yo, guys, make sure you the camera wrong.
I'm sorry.
Let me take those people there. Acceptance, believe, prayer, and guys, don't lie to yourself. Stop lying to yourself.
Man, very touching story, guys.
No, it's not touching.
It is. Trust me, it is. So you're saying, I hear that it's been quite difficult, and obviously you've come across a lot of difficult things throughout your journey in your career, which takes me back to COVID. COVID was very difficult for everybody, and I'm wondering, for a stand-up comedian, how difficult was it to put food on your table? What was going on? How did that affect you?
Nah, guys, I'm gonna sound ngari ki ketsa bitter or ki ketsa hook. Nah, I never cared. Now I'm affected. Now I'm affected. I mean, my sister, listen. I'm from the dead. Kitswa. There was a time where my classmates gave me clothes. Koskolo, they just decided to give me clothes. I never asked. On a random day, kitla go classing, papara, people, plastic bags, size school uniform, shoes. You understand? That's how bad it was. So for now COVID, by the time COVID hit, I was this famous guy. Obviously, not famous in like everybody. Obviously, not everybody knows me. Before people are like, oh, no, I was famous in my own space. Sakasa comedy.
Those that needed to know you knew.
I understand. So like I was doing well. So whether COVID hit it or not, but and not just like COVID. Why I'm saying this? Because everything that I have, luxury. I see. Do you understand this? Kifiwe, they gave me clothes. Why? Because they saw or this guy doesn't have, or dude, you know what? The reason why, as a classmate, we had a meeting with the class teacher, and we just agreed, you know what, my brother was sokola, and that was my actually first time having a long sleeve shirt. First time, you understand? So COVID was 2020. By COVID, in fact, Kinekile Summary, the multi-award-winning comedian. So even if COVID hit and then there were no gigs, but Kinekile Robala go playing a ratang, Kinekile view, a sharpu, hake sharpa come on negulent thing. In fact, Kibona senti. Hake sharpa. Mo bathroom nyaka ha ke shawara ke bona view ke bona sentini ke la kwa ke bona the whole of ke bona Joburg ka ra shawa ke glass nje. So I was suffering in that space. That's not suffering. It's just that things how not gig people who are suffering is people that, this will sound wrong, people that's especially, let's say artist wise, people that suffered and that were depressed and doing this, it's because, and people will crucify me for this, famous people, artists, rally entitlement. We always want to be famous. So if anything takes the fame away, we feel like we are losing. So people were not on the spotlight, no shows, nothing. And because they gave the audience this lifestyle, or Ferrari, or poster good flight. So now they feel like if people don't see that, people will unfollow them, or they will lose the following, or they will lose that credibility, yes, or credit, or status, or value. So they're depressed because now they will leave those places was sent in or wherever, and they'll have to adjust. I never had a problem with adjusting in, because why? Everything that I have, it's a luxury. Because kids, they gave me uniform. Okay, this guy. So but this. So there was this guy, but Isaac. Ankiling this platform, like I was like in yo energy
in those
so again I present like if that class was saying man who tens okay give la fatty why am I? So hi everyone, Dimelan guys, Dulam Fancy. So yeah, summary. So mamela hehle esongolo mhlomong routel or anything like that ne impa re bone hore as di classmates tsa how re good until I get some emotional re kopanele teacher I'm go because ngwana habo rona ene ra bona re ish wa hloka ene rona re ka khona ho thusa. So was like ruti mo ne so so okay no, so re bona hore at least so we donated some, bought something for you. Len Nike said for wena. What's that? I'm padieta. So and then we just thought, as a classmate, we care about you and your one big happy family. One family. What's like then so COVID for now. I never cared. I've been next support a family anyway. So whether COVID, like my family in a phone or please come. People were depressed because when they had money, they never talked to their mother, father, if they had, or siblings, because they had to, all the money, it goes to their lifestyle. So every cent, so now, what I did, I'm not saying people should do delay my gratification. I was like, okay, because I suffered. And people, I hate this term, black tax, with all my heart. I know people right now, people are woke. No, black tax. People, in fact, I suffered with my family. It's not like when I was suffering, they were not suffering. So why, if I have the first thing that I do, it's pooh, I'm running away, and I'm not running. I'm like, I suffered. I have to look at myself. You must be selfish. In fact, I suffered with my family, and I wanted them to enjoy my benefits of, you know what, our son is doing well. Because when it's all said and done, you guys won't bury me. People don't even care. You understand? So let me sponsor those that even tomorrow should give a if no in an accident. How na any supporter of mine that will push me around the wheelchair. But my mom will do that. My father will do that. My brothers will do that. So why not? So we don't come from same families. Some families are toxic. That's why people can't support the other. Now my family is not toxic. All love. We are all doing well. We are all happy. So yeah, guys, give out too much excuse.
No, we love to see it. We love to see it. So what would you say? What would you say? Guys, okay, it's fine. What would you say inspires your content?
That what I just talked about. That which I've just talked about. It's observation, it's experience, it's the life that I lived. It's what I see. It's day-to-day things. You know, I'm a very observational person. I'm a very observant person. Guys, kick finger right.
Observant.
Hey,
if you're observational, you're observational.
So I'm a very, very observant person. I observe, you know, I analyze, I scrutinize, I see. So it's a day-to-day life. My content comes from, you know, from freedom, you know, from happiness. I'm not depressed. I'm not that guy. I was never depressed. Even when even after my classmates give me uniform, I was depressed. The following day, just because you gave me clothes, you don't have to control me. So now because you gave me a shirt, no, I can't. I was like, I will give you your clothes if you think I won't be chacharach. But you say 99. Guys, you gave me this because you felt the need. Baskatom papel.
My cheeks hurt.
Baskatom papel. What you feel small. You feel
So, how can I put this? So I see you have a passion for food. Ne?
By the
Everybody
way,
loves food.
c'est les odile
Ma,
ka di ka
stru, di odile ke ba di
tshwantse di fitlhere le mo re je.
Break is color. Yeah.
Akela ba bona ba etsa. Nna ba tori ke na le attitude.
I apologize. Manager, wait. Yeah, we're gonna sort you out. I mean, like you have a passion for food. We've seen it all over your content.
Yeah.
Mara, everybody loves food. That we can agree on.
Of course.
Mara, we're not at that issue.
I do. I do. Food makes me happy.
Sure, manager. It's time for him to eat.
It's time for him to. She asked me about food. I was like, it's okay. If that's the case, let the food come so that people see. You know, either party content.
Okay.
Yeah, like rinse but once very shebile.
Okay. So yeah, but your love for food is on another level.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I am shook.
I love food.
I am shook. And I see there's a brand new show coming. Or is it related?
Which show?
The one on the 1st of October.
Oh, but that's not food related, clever too.
Asking because I don't know.
No. That is a stand-up comedy show. It's my show that I'm doing on the 1st of October. Go Emperor's Palace. It's a stand-up. It's a comedy show.
I honestly thought one day you'll have a cooking show because
people, and like, you know what's funny? I've been asked a lot of times by a lot of people to actually host a food show or something along those lines, but anything that has to do with food, you know what I mean? And I actually wanted to do it. So I had this restaurant that I was working with, so we didn't actually barking as Jonas Fidil hara khona ho tswela pele ka the project. So but I think it is something that I will do one day, just to have food and comedy, even if it's not a comedy show that people love, but not like but vaje, and then as a comedian I talk to them about food, we engage. I'd love to do that, you know, nice music, nice food, and a bit of comedy there. Hi guys, le shapu la ja dijo di jwang guys, e jwang for us. Like I'd love for us to eat and have fun. Not comedy isn't like people come and perform. No. I wouldn't want that. I just want a comedy isn't like, if I were to have a comedian on that event, I would want them to engage with the audience the way that I do. This doesn't make sense.
No, perfect sense. You want them to see that side of you, that passionate side of the food, and you also want them to see the somebody that they know.
Yeah.
You want to conjoin.
I want people to eat. If I say food and comedy, I don't want people to think. I don't want a stand-up comedy show whereby someone performs, they leave next, and I want us to, like, maybe I shouldn't put comedy. Just say food and social. I don't know. I just want people to eat and
sort of food lovers market vibes.
Yeah, and then I talk to them. I'm funny, so some funny stuff will come. Obvious, I understand. So I just want to have people like Baj. Okay, this is how I've always saw this thing in my head. So but Baj, I'm only. And I'm like, do you guys like shapu? Then kitsuri my microphone. Kids are my good hi my sister Oshapu, Ijuang Vorose, oh Samari, Imnati, like why enjoy it? Guys, how's the taste? I understand. I want people to have conversations, people to talk, people to relax, but be happy and chilled and enjoy food and enjoy the ambience. I understand. I feel like, man, as people, we are always distracted, But once go piano, bako clapung, I just want us to eat and relax, guys. That's why sometimes I don't like some the event is not that they are bad. There's an audience that I want to create. This audience here, your middle class black people, the middle class blacks, they are living this centine, this millionaire, but they still vibe. The blackness. I understand. We just want to be together and celebrate life through food and good music, and some laughter then there. I'd love to have such a thing. Not always as a people, we should always be making noise. An audience. Rich people, man. I'm rich. Say what I'm saying. Nah, not very good. Nah, but that's what I want. But I tell you, Bangha, could cruise one of my 8,000. In Khano, 8 in Khano. But like seats of 8.
As a body spray.
I see. I'm got a fella.
No need. So
By the way, 80 like Shailene. And we shall feel or feel at 8 staying. I'm there in my life. I've reached that point in my life.
We see you.
Yeah, guys, I'm doing well.
Comfortable.
No, I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
So you said earlier, Hori, you've been in church, you've been, doing your thing in church, practicing there at first. So, is there an important role that you play there? And why haven't we seen you collaborating with schools, embracing and empowering the youth?
I will try to be I will be as honest as I can. Why can someone see the part of church? Or what do you mean?
No, I asked what role do you play there, and why don't we see you empowering the youth?
We are living in a very toxic world. Né? And how I would want to empower youth, I don't think it is the way the world will receive me. Because we're living in a world where, man, we lie to people. We lie and I hate lying. I hate it's like, for example, this lady, or obese or fat, people wanna motivate this person. Kamaka. I understand. I don't like. I'm not that guy. I don't want to go there and like, the way that you are. Like, you have to change things about yourself. Do that. I understand. Cut this. Do that. Wake up in the morning. Run. So I'm not a good motivator. I don't, because people want us to push a certain narrative to people, to kids, or that's why, yes, you are right. You won't see me posting some other stuff because they don't align with how I see the world. I got if you do this. I don't do that. I understand. For example, like I told you, I finished my whole high school, or almost my baby tongue, teen or young adult life. Kesa Joel. I understand. So I'm gonna stand in front of these kids and tell them about as a man. Oseka wa jola it's sharp. Was that what doing? Let people be, understand, because that's how I see the world. My values comes from how I have conquered the world. My way, not from a book, not from a philosopher, or not from not from a certain. So I don't want to motivate people because I read a book. Yeah, mama. Not that books are wrong. No, guys, read books. But Kiboni, I saw life through me. But okay, I come from a Orange farm. My parents were not working. I come from, I used to sleep with rats, chowing food and blankets and buckets while I was sleeping. So what did I do in my life? I shut the noise and focus on myself. That's why I didn't date. I didn't do anything. So if I'm going to go to the world, that's how I'm going to motivate kids. Or stay away from women. Stay away from alcohol. And people will do what? Those are things people hate. I mean, guys, look at this world now. There's an incident, an unfortunate incident that happened. Go Enyobeni, some 21 kids died. Young kids, but about 15, 12, 13, Bahuri Tavening. And here comes Samari with a message that says, what are you doing as a young star? No. It's about time you leave people live. I understand. So that's why I don't do motivations. I'm not a motivational speaker. Even, by the way, I'm not even a good I'm not a motivational speaker anyway. So I don't want to lie to people. I share these things with people who are close to me, my siblings, whoever, because naked director in right now or go university. Should you become this woke guy or more university because someone is chowing a woman next room, feel pressure? You will have 3 kids before you are even 23, 21, and then now your life is a little backwards. You must hustle. I won't help you. So that's why I don't do those kind of things, because I don't want to push the narrative that these organizations or the government or the world would want me to push. Sharp.
Okay, so apart from that, what would you say is your favorite thing about your career, about what you do besides being on stage? What do you love about what you do?
Yo, man, it's everything. Guys, I love being crazy. You guys don't understand. Like, I love this gift. Guys, I wanna give a little goosebumps. Like, I love everything. This is what liberated me from this. In fact, this is everything to me. This is how I see the world. If you take comedy outside or out, then normal. I don't, guys. I don't want to be like you, nah. I don't want to be like you guys. Eh?
How am I?
You guys are normal, man. You guys are normal. You do mundane stuff. You know, you follow the rules. You guys do what the world wants you to do. You know, you guys do what the government wants you to do. You guys follow trends. You guys are under pressure. You guys look down on yourselves. You guys don't laugh at yourselves. You guys are matured. You guys are too woke. I'm crazy, man. I'm free. You know, I see things and I analyze them and I create movies in my head. I laugh at things. You know, that's why I don't feel things that people feel. You asked me about lockdown. I never cared about lockdown. I told you, yes, artists were depressed. People are hanging themselves. People are committing suicide, drinking the pilly, singing. I am not that guy. And there's a thing about 90% of comedians, since it's been said for years, they are depressed. It comes from a hateful place. I'm that 1%. I'm not. Now my comedy comes from a very clean heart. I'm not depressed because I don't see, and I would never want to be in a place where I see the world the way everybody does. Nah, I love being free in my head, being crazy, and give a soul. So one thing I love about comedy, it's not comedy, it is the mind. It is the mind. Give the gift. Because you can have the gift and have a negative mindset. It doesn't help. There are people that have degrees, but abana kelello. Give the PhD students, abana kelello. Give businessmen. So it's not about the mind as such. It's the spirit. I have a very young spirit. I have a very beautiful spirit. I have a very beautiful, crazy spirit that I will protect at all costs because it is the same reason why I'm free. So it is the freedom that comes with the gift. That's what I love about this thing.
And so, how important would you say it is to collaborate or be with other comedians on stage?
I think collaborations anyway, they amplify or they build relationships. You know, I love comedy. I love comedians. I love art. You know, I love art, man. I love being in spaces where I see people doing well, especially with things that they love. If you guys are gonna do well with 21st Century Podcast, and I was part of it, and I could amplify that, those are things that makes me happy, because I understand the pain of building. I know the pain of being nothing, pain of getting no likes, no views, no one believes in you. I understand. So it's not nice because you feel like it's gonna take forever. And you look at other people, they're doing so well, they're getting this, and you're like, but why me? You know what I mean? So I love being in spaces where people excel in what they believe in. So any collaboration for that, if it serves that purpose, I do it. I don't do collaborations because I want money. I don't care about money. Money will come. I'm gonna be, guys, like, the rich is understatement. Like, I'm wealthy. I am wealthy. Okay? Like, kenga wealth. Now I'm wealthy. Somebody is rich. That's what I am. That's how I feel. There's people always call me rich man because that's what I call myself. I'm not gonna wait to be rich to feel rich. What if I die tomorrow without not even having to express and feel alive? So now I'm gonna be alive the day. So now you're gonna be alive the day 21st Century podcast it reach 1,000 views. Dude, no, you can't live like that. You live a fulfilled life the day you start feeling fulfilled. The day you start doing this thing, it is the day that you have to be fulfilled. The day I started doing comedy, that's the day I was fulfilled, because I started to do something that fulfills the soul. It's not the day it happened. When it happens today, that's the day the fulfillment starts. Then that doesn't mean you won't feel, demotivated at some point. But it doesn't take the fact away, the fact that you are fulfilled. You are broke. I want to challenge it this week. But that doesn't mean right now you are broke. I don't have money this week or this month or this year. But I'm not a broke person. I'm not a broke person. Because all those things, because you are working towards those things. I came in well fulfilled, guys. Now, guys, I'm happy.
Tell them.
Like I'm good. I'm fulfilled. So that's I hope go Arabil.
No, I am quite fulfilled.
Yeah.
So, what are the negative things that come with doing comedy,
It's it's people taking you for a joke.
So, about this?
Oh, guys, bad too. Yo. But I have accepted that, that people will always want to see the fool in you. They will do foolish things because they assume that you are a fool, but they don't understand that you are a comedian. I'm not a fool, but I'm a comedian. I'm a person who does foolish stuff, there, but overall, I'm not a foolish person. But that's, it comes with the territory. It comes with that. When you are a funny person, people assume that everything about you, it's just, people don't take you serious. But I love that because it makes it easier for people to engage with me. Because now I love it when people run towards me, asking for pictures, sending a shout out to Eva. Yo, my mom loves you so much. Somebody, please say something to her. Hey, mama, like I love doing those.
Yeah, and I remember you once did a shout out for my mother on her birthday.
Yeah,
yes,
I love doing those.
You love people.
A lot.
People. I've come to realize. So I hear it's been difficult. When you started, it was difficult for you to get accepted in the comedy family or community. To be specific, one of your greatest friends, Stop Nonsense, gave you a hard time.
How did you know about it? Stop Nonsense.
Yes, he gave you quite a hard time before you guys started being friends, or when you were still new to comedy. What was take us through that?
What's the one can to bill?
That is
what
we call Hypo. That is what we call research.
What do you mean,
Research.
Stop Nonsense.
Somebody will sukela guys.
Ke tlo jotsa mmoa.
Yo, mo jetsa cause I can motse Stop Nonsense.
Izinto azenza la ngaphandle. I think it was hence again, I had to humble myself, man. And that's the most difficult thing about my career or my journey was for me to humble myself, knowing that I was great. That was the most. I knew I was funny. I've always known. The moment people know about me, I'm gonna win awards. The moment people know there's a person like me, because I know how to deal with people, and I say security. Let me just say it. Artists, people in general, the reason why they want to win in life or get things or reach their highest potential, pride, ego, bapap, they can't take themselves down. Even when you are great, there's things that you have to do. We have fights. That's what I do. Even today, I do things that I feel like, but guys, I've passed here. But it's those kind of moments that grounds me, that keeps me grounded. Okay, you know what? I don't want this money, or we don't agree with this amount of money. But this person loves me. This couple loves me. They know everything about me. Let me just go there. I understand. Let me just sacrifice my time and go there. So, umpila had time, and I knew I was again. It's just a moment. Barking. And it's just what? Barking.
All in good time. All in good time.
Guys, you're not too. But I knew I was again. It's a khale. It's a khale.
In a matter of time.
How? So I knew what I was thinking. Sooner or later, tables will turn. They will know. So can you text hola? My name is Summary. I want to do a comedy show. Can I get blue tick? Can I at that time, I'm nobody. I'll change it'll sharp. Because I ooze luck and opportunities. I'm that guy. And I'm funny. So this guy, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. How? Mozamara. Yes, there's too many lists. It's only a matter of time. So I had to be patient. But this is a takeaway home. It's a takeaway, whatever. You have to take yourself down to get things that you want. You do things that you don't like to get things that you like. Like, I had to ask people, and people that I know that I was even funnier than them. But hola, can somebody go 2 minutes fail. Bangaya, and I was not paid. So it was the same thing with Stop Nonsense. And afterwards, Antwaela, we became friends and we became close and we did a lot of stuff together. And yeah, so I'm that guy now.
And that is amazing.
He calls me, one video call, tables have turned.
So I hear you once had an altercation.
Hey.
No, listen, we are going. And get a question.
I hope you can mention it.
Why don't you mention it? How do you deal with such things, and like how did you deal with them when you have altercations with other comedians or other people in the business?
It's I calm myself down and I take myself back and remember who I am. No one will take away anything that Se ulinsona will only fade away if you become something else. So I had a very bad experience, but it was my first time actually going home talking about comedy. I've never talked about comedy to anyone, and at that moment, after that altercation, I was fuming. And I talked to my parents and we had a conversation. And one of the things that we talked about was you are a star, and such things will have to happen to you because you come with a different energy. You come with something. You understand? And because you don't want to be part of these cliques, you don't want to be part of these things. You don't want to sell your soul to be part of things or people or to sell yourself short to be part of, you know, it will come with that. It comes with that. So how I deal with these things even today, I know who I am, man. Kitswakai. And one thing, nobody in life, this is what I always tell myself, nobody in this life owns people. People choose who they love. You can be as funny as you want, and people choose who they love. They choose who they want. You understand? And people have the right to love 5 people. People have the right to love 21st Century Podcast, Mamang Podcast, and whoever's podcast. They have. So people now, they feel like because when I as a 21st Century Podcast, these are my people. No, dude, you don't do that. People choose who they love, and they can love. I know for sure. Orata Beyonce, Orata Rihanna, Orata maybe Black Coffee. That should happen to you as well. You understand? So artists or famous people think they own people. Just because you have 1 million followers, it doesn't mean but our own. So this goes to people out there as artists. Do not take yourself for granted or feel low because on only 1,000 followers, whatever. People choose who they love. The same way as you choose Luenori. That's what I live by. I do my thing, and people who love my content, they will come to me. So why this one doesn't love me, this guy? So now I console myself with so many things. Like one of the things again, what I have, it's luxury. Because I never had this. I've never had anything, a car, whatever, I have never had a bank account. Now I have bank accounts.
Hey.
You know? So, but then, yeah, honestly, as a human being, not as an artist, as a human being, you must find things about yourself that when it's tough, you go back in that zone. And you understand, people will say a lot of, it's like you being a lady. Oh my God, yeah, how go fit, how that bone, hey, how na breast, how na hanging. So you must find something about yourself. Or marangale, ngale, kae, kileshapa hope. Then you feel alive. So nah, I don't care, man.
So touching on what you just said, apparently you believe in polygamy and you see yourself one day when you're married with more than one wife.
I come from a polygamous background, family, and everything. Yeah, I do believe in polygamy, and I'm a polygamist, you know. But yeah, I don't know. One day, if it's gonna happen to me, then it will happen. If not, then life goes on. But yes, you are right. I am a polygamist. I come from a polygamous family. I come from a polygamous marriage myself, you know. My dad, yeah, I'm from a polygamous family. When I say that, kids wakara polygamy.
I get a polygamous marriage.
Yeah, which means Yesu, batswadi baka banyetse stable.
Okay.
My parents banyetse stable. Or should I say my dad?
Your parents, I get a marriage, so I thought now you were.
No, I'm single. I'm not, you know, hakanyala.
That's what we wanted to know, guys.
No, guys,
ladies,
I'm single.
You heard it for yourself.
No, like, here's the thing. Right now, I'm a red flag because ladies won't come to me because obviously they know, but can't you turn off? Can't somebody you polygamist? Can't turn guys, you red flag, you know. They want, like, they want, which is good.
Anyway, it's been lovely. But before we go, what would you love to say to those that look up to you, to those that love you? What would you love to say?
Nothing, man. People should just... No, like, this is... Okay, this is what I'd say to people. Know who you are. And never, ever in your life look for something outside. Everything that people are looking for, it's inside. Like, in conclusion, we talked about where I come from. Like, and I will repeat this thing again. there was a time at school, my classmates, unknowingly so, unprovoked, they decided to give me school uniform because I never had. So I came this day, go school home. I went to school this other day, and then they gave me school uniform, and then they told me how much they care because my pants are torn and I've been repeating the same shirt for a week and na. So even in that, I'd say to people, don't ever think you are nobody, because people thrive in your nobodiness. The moment people see that you are a nobody and you are also a nobody, and that's how you feel like, you will always be average, and people will thrive on that because fear controls people. It controls everything. That's why I hate being a fan. I've never wanted to be a fan. Not that I love people's work and I tell them. That's why I don't like. I've never called, even if you can check 10 years ago, and I've never called people fans. Because I don't want people to feel like kitty fan, because the moment if you feel like you're a fan, now you are saying you are below me. You are average for what? So now you are below me because Kesamari, you saw me on TV, Kina Lady Awards. Is that how you see yourself? You understand? So even when my classmates gave me clothes, 2 days later, I told them, well, guys, you did not give me this uniform to tame my energy. Because now, once kita classic, now you want to give me this vibe so good. How? When a foot, when I happy, when I tangala, sugu. Understand? So never allow anyone in your life to take that energy, because a human being is God. Moto kim mudimu. So if you don't see the God in yourself, then all the devils they will play. So my thing, this is my last message to people. If you come from the same background as mine, where you are sleeping with rats, and mice, and from a shack and everything, or even not, but if so, don't ever think you are a nobody. You can't think like that, because the moment you feel like nobody, your energy will go down and you will always feel inferior. When you see people with cars, with followers, you'll always feel like you are nobody because you don't have those things. But what you have, it is that soul. That soul is important to get you to the next level. So don't ever look down on yourself. Thank you.
Okay, you heard it for yourselves, guys. It's been a wonderful experience with Summary. Please make sure to like, subscribe, press that notification button. You can find us on Instagram at 21st.century.za. Where can we find you?
Why to only nervous? Why nervous?
Guys, somebody wants you. He's shouting at me. I don't know why, but anyway, yeah. Where can we find you on Instagram? Let us know. Let the people know.
At Summary, KSUMMA_RY.
Thank you so much, guys. Make sure to tune in. Love you.